Hey there and welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Anuradha. So in today's session, we are going to give you the answers and their explanations for CDIS 1 2020 English question paper. And the questions that we're going to cover is question numbers 51 to 60 from set A of CDIS 1 2020 English paper. And the questions are from the section fill in the blanks. Okay. So as you know that CDIS or Combined Defense Services is a defense competitive examination which is conducted by UPSC twice a year for defense aspirants. So this year CDIS 1 2020 exam has already taken place on 2nd February 2020 and English constituted one of the most important sections in it, right? So you can just take a look at the courses that we at SSB Crack Exams provide to you. It's a one-stop solution for the aspirants preparing for not only CDIS but also other defense competitive examinations like NDA, AFCAT and CDIS OTA 2, Territorial Army exam and others. So you can take a look at these courses and you can visit our website at ssbcrackexams.com, right? And if you are interested, you can buy the courses and you can use this code WARRIOR10 to get an extra 10% discount on all courses. And you could also follow our YouTube channel, SSB Crack Exams, our Instagram page by the same name, and our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You could also be able to download our mobile app from Google Play Store by just typing SSB Crack Exams in the search box. So now coming back to the fill in the blanks questions that we're going to solve today from CDIS 1 2020 English paper. But before that, we're going to read the directions because it's a must thing to do before you start solving the questions. So let's read it. Each of the following sentences in this section has a blank space and 4 words or group of words are given after the sentence. Select the most appropriate word or group of words for the blank space and indicate your response on the answer sheet accordingly. So basically you need to fill in the blanks correctly and appropriately. So let's start. So this is the first question, but the question number, as you can see, is 51 because we are following the set A. But this is the first question, so don't get confused of the fill in the blanks. So let's start reading. On his way to the capital, the minister dashed the eminent social worker at his residence, right? Now, the minister calling for or call off. Now, whenever you are solving questions for fill in the blanks, just remember one thing, that not only the words should fit appropriately with the sentence, but it should also be grammatically correct. Okay? So, the grammar and the usage of the word in the sentence should match with one another, right? So not only the meaning, but also the grammatical structure, the grammatical rules, the grammatical usage of the word should go according to the sentence, right? So here, if you look at here, so on his way to the capital, the minister, so basically when the minister is going to the capital, he dashed the eminent social worker at his residence. So basically, what shall be the word that is going to replace here? Visited. The minister visited the eminent social worker at his residence. Now, the phrasal verb that replaces or substitutes visited is called on. So called on means paid a visit to. Whereas calling for, though it's not the right, the right grammatical word to be used here, it's not the right grammatical usage of call for here. So if it would have been called for, we should have considered it, but calling for is the wrong grammatical usage to be used here. But calling for here also means demanded, which is not going with the sentence, it's sounding a kind of rude. And call off means cancel. Again, you can see it's not called off, it's call off. So we can eliminate calling for and call off just on the basis of grammatical structure, okay? And we can just concentrate on option A and B, called on the eminent social worker at his residence, or the minister called the eminent social worker at his residence. Now, the minister cannot call the eminent social worker at his residence because here his stands for the residence of the social worker and not the minister. Remember why? Because the minister is on his way to the capital. He cannot call the social worker at his residence because he's traveling. So it has to be the residence of the social worker. So the minister cannot call the eminent social worker at his residence, and we are left with option A, called on, which means paid a visit to, right? So here your answer is option A, right? Next question. The fire brigade fought for 4 hours to dash the fire in the building. Here it means to extinguish the fire in the building, right? That's what the fire brigade was for. Now the phrasal verb that should replace the word extinguish is put out. So basically when I say put out the fire or put out the candle, we use the word put out, means to extinguish the fire or extinguish the candle. So not put in means to interrupt in a kind of a discussion, put on means to pretend, and put off means to evade. And these three are not applicable in any sense in this particular sentence. So we will go with option B, which is put out. Okay. Coming to the next question. Ravi has proved that he can dash on his promise by winning the match. Now here you see carry through, carry out, only carry, carry off. Now let me tell you one thing, that not two prepositions can be used one after the other. Carry through on his promise is not acceptable. Carry out on his promise is not acceptable. Carry off on his promise is also not acceptable. Only thing acceptable here, the verb carry. So you can just say carry on his promise by winning the match. Now what is the meaning of carry through? Now you do not say he can carry through on his promise. You basically carry something through another thing in order to complete. It means to complete. Okay. Similarly, to carry out something also means to complete. But here again, on will not be used after the prepositions out or through. And carry off means to win. So here it's not basically winning any promise, but carrying on his promise, which means to continue doing something. So basically Ravi has proved that he can continue, obeying his promise to win the match. Carry on with his promise of winning the match. So basically your answer here is option C. Okay. Next question. It is best to dash politics when in the classroom. It is best to keep out politics. Okay. Keep out means to stop something from entering in or intruding in. So basically it means that you're keeping out politics, you're stopping politics from coming inside the classroom. Okay. And keep on means to continue. There is nothing in the sentence which means to continue doing something to the politics. Okay. This is not applicable in the sentence. And keep off means to prevent something from touching something. Again, this is not applicable here. And keeping is only keeping. It is best to keeping politics. Again, keeping is not a right grammatical usage of the word to be used here. So we can just eliminate this word on the grammatical structure basis. And we can just go with option A, keep out politics. That means to stop politics entering in the classroom. So answer here is option A. Right? Next question. It shows that she has dash many years of service. Put out means extinguish, so we will cancel this. Put many years of service. Put many years of service where? It's not known. So this put is basically a transitive verb which cannot be used here like this. So it has to have a kind of an object which is not present in the sentence. So we can eliminate this as well. Put on means to pretend. Here this doesn't mean that she was pretending for many years. So the only phrasal verb which is left is put in. So put in means when you are investing. Okay. So she has invested many years of her service. So therefore your answer here is option A. Next question. The chairperson said that the group was dash of time. That means running out of time, running of time, running with of time, run out of time. If you're well acquainted with the English way of speaking, conversations, you know that the most appropriate phrasal verb to be used here is running out of time. When you don't have time, when you have lesser amount of time, you usually run out of time. So the group was running out of time. Therefore, your answer is option A. This was an easy question. Next sentence. If I dash an angel, I would solve the problems of people. Now, this is basically purely based on grammatical rules. Now, if you are using if in subjunctive mood, that means as a kind of wish or desire, and you're using a subject which is singular, which is first person singular number or second person singular number or third person singular number, okay? Also, if it's plural, then it's a different case, but if it's first person singular number, second person singular number or third person singular number, and you're using it with an if and in subjunctive mood, the subject will always take up a plural verb which is were. Here it should be were. So if I were an angel, I would solve the problems of people. This is the right kind of usage. So your answer is option B, were. Okay. Next question. Where there is a dash, there is a way. This is a very common idiom that we use. Where there is a will, there is a way. That means if you wish, you can find out ways. Next question. The police could not establish how the accident came off, came about, came on or came out. Now, came off means to be removed from something. Not applicable here. Came about means happened. Now, this is applicable here. The police could not establish how the accident came about, how the accident took place or happened. But let's check the other options as well. Came on means to find someone or something by accident. And here accident doesn't mean car accident or something like that, physical accident, but here accident means by chance. And came out here means to make a public appearance. Now, out of all these four options, which do you think will be the right one? It should be option B, came about, happened, right? So straightforward, our answer here is option B. Next question then, the last one. I dash my old friend after 20 years. So after 20 years, I ran into, ran in, run in or run on. Ran into is the right word, right phrasal verb to be used, because ran into means to encounter or to meet someone by chance. Whereas ran in means to insert something as an additional matter which is not applicable. So also run in, and run on is to talk or narrate something at length. So this is also not applicable. So we are going to go with ran into. I ran into my old friend after 20 years. Answer therefore is option A. So you see this year from Series 1 2020 English paper questions from fill in the blanks were basically concentrating on the noun as well as the verb phrases. So you need to have a good knowledge of the phrases, the phrasal verbs, and also the grammatical structures for you to solve. And you should also be well acquainted with the shortcuts, tips and tricks. So if you are not feeling very confident about the questions that we solved just now, you can just get all the detailed explanations and question solving strategies, shortcuts, tips and tricks, and thorough lectures and practice papers on this particular topic of fill in the blanks in my lectures at the SSB Crack exams. So you can just visit the website there. And you can subscribe for the courses if you have not subscribed there by now. So subscribe now, don't wait anymore, because now is the time for the limited period offers and attractive discounts you can avail easily. So what are you waiting for? Just hurry, fly high, achieve your dreams, serve your nation and make your country proud. Jai Hind.